Yo guys, what's going on? This is Yokiman here and welcome back to another episode of our Scottish Reform here with Gretna 2008. I don't feel like I should say 2008 every time, but we're back with another episode after our 1-0 defeat to Hurlford. It was pretty embarrassing. Quickly go through the results. It's weird, I'm back so quickly recording a new episode. I usually go much longer, especially with the intersave we go much longer. But we played against Morton, we lost 3-1. It was expected. We was always going to lose that game in my head. They were just, like, in terms of the levels at the minute, like, I think they'll even out. But League One, some of League One teams definitely, no, there's no way they can compete with a team like Morton. We then played Harwick, or Howick, I think it's Howick, because there's no R in it. And we beat them 2-0. David Reynard and Macaulay Jones gets his first goal for the club. Yeah, we played really well. I swapped formation. I did what I said. I think the formations I was using was way too ambitious for the level of players I got, so we swapped to a 4-4-2. And I don't know if it's a great sign or not, but Howick are in our league, so the fact that we beat them just kind of made me think, right, well, you know, that's kind of showing that we're at an okay level for the league. I don't know, that might not mean anything. Transfer wise, I showed you up to Jamal Lawrence. So we signed Macaulay Jones, who is apparently a world beater of a left back for this league. Ricky Thompson, that was terrible, I know. But we signed Ricky Thompson, who at 14 is apparently one of the better players in the club. Yeah, at this moment in time, I'm just trying to get players in, guys, because we just do not have any players. We signed Harry Pace, or yeah, that's what I'm going to go with, who is a centre-back who we definitely need. His marking's not bad. Heading's okay, and his tackling is okay. He's decent for this level, I would say. And then Connor Ingram, who is a striker, 20-year-old English striker. Apparently great potential. He's not unbelievable now, but finishing 7. I needed a new striker, especially if I'm playing 2 up front. So we brought him in, and that is basically it. We're going to play our first game today, guys, against Whitehill Welfare. It's going to be interesting. We're definitely not 100% familiar with the tactic whatsoever. How familiar were we? See, we're not familiar. We're more familiar apparently with the 4-4-2. But I suppose there's been so many changes to the squad and so many players in. My only upbeat feeling is I'm hoping a lot of teams will have done the same. Well, I can hope. So Haynes is in and he can just play as a winger support. Lawrence is the attack. Forward can just be as he is there. Is it McElroy who plays? Yeah. And O'Neill be the stopper. I'm basically just trying to play the guys in the most comfortable position they can play, and hoping for the best. Harry Pace though will not be playing there at all. Graham Henderson will. Henderson swap out with Reynard, and that's how I'm gonna play. But Pace should be playing I'll just put him on the bench. He probably should be starting. As you can tell, there's definitely not full squad here yet. There's still plenty of grayed out players. And it is a slow progression into building a squad. I feel like that's going to be the way it is for the full season. It's just going to be tough. Like, I'm convinced it's going to be tough. I'm hoping that we can pick up our first victory today. And season 1's just really going to be about experimenting this league, the way it is, the way the new system is, the way it's set up, and just seeing if we can start to slowly build a squad. And hopefully there'll be some names here that become like folklore to the team, just from the experience that we have with them. Hopefully, but it will be interesting today against Whitehill. We did bring in some more staff. We brought in some coaches. I don't think there's really any need to show you who we brought in. It was just basically some more coaches and another scout and an under-18s manager. I think. I'm not 100% sure. But here we go. The first game of the season against Whitehill. 4-4-2 has worked so far for me in one game. But we're starting to build a squad now. There's actually players in positions that work. So I'm hoping we take a victory on the opening day here. Would be nice if this new reformed Scottish League. Lawrence scores banging 1-0. Thank you, Jamal Lawrence. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Mid-table is fine for me. I feel like the league's going to progress and get better, and I feel like second seasons definitely we'll have some money. There won't be tons of money. Great goal from Lawrence. There won't be tons of money, but there'll be some money because there's players now on freeze that we could sign. But it's more the wage I can't afford, and I'm slowly going way above financially the wage budget they've given me. But I wouldn't have a squad if I didn't go way above that wage budget. They genuinely would not have a squad this season. So it's just like tough. Deal with it. O'Neill. Ooh, they're gonna break away here, aren't they? Denton breaking away. Doran. Awful. Great save by Connor. Oh, they broke away there on us. I'm going to go to... Oh. Get it out. Control. It's still definitely a work in progress, this tactic, but there's not really much I can do. I feel like 4-4-2 with the players we've got is like the best I could put up and the best I kind of had to offer. Because... I've never been a team in this position before. It's really weird for me. I've never been a team where we're starting the season with grayed out players and I don't really have a full squad, and none of the players in the squad are actually of any kind of great talent whatsoever, so it's just a bit nervy as to where the series is going to go, because obviously the plan is just to stick with Gretna. If we do end up moving around teams, I'll stay in Scottish League and we'll build that way, but it'd just be nice that it works out with Gretna. A nice season 1 mid-table finish like they want, and then we'll build next year. But that's quite potentially not going to happen. Now I just realised something, didn't I? I signed those players and it's put them in the under-21 squad again. Because Connor Ingram could have played today. So if we lose this game, I'm going to be really frustrated that I don't know why it's doing that. I'm signing players and they're instantly going into the under-20 squad or whatever. Go on, second goal. Oh. Come on, lads. It's instantly putting them in the under-20s and I'm forgetting because I'm signing random names that I've never heard of before. And none of them are for any money, and I'm kind of scrambling to get the players, and it's putting them straight in the under-20s, or under-21s, whatever you want to call it. So that's why I can't. They weren't here in this game, and it's just really starting to frustrate me because I should have noticed actually, to be honest with you, because I just showed you Connor Ingram, but he's supposed to be a pretty decent striker. So penalty to make it 2-0. Hopefully, come on Thompson. Yes, straight down the middle, but. Hey, right now I'll take anything, and a 2-0 lead in our first game of the season I'm happy about. I mean, the stadium's packed today. Absolutely packed. Well done, Thompson. 2-0. I am really happy about 2-0 in the opening game of the season. I'm frustrated about the fact that I didn't put the players in though. That's really pissed me off. Mike Moore, Eddie Forward for Thompson and Harry Pace. So I'm going to do them all. I only have defensive options, I'm afraid. Really, to be fair, Mike Moore was a great outplay that he scored in the first game I played in a friendly, and I think he scored 2. So I thought, right, he's signed. That's a contract, and he's getting given one. And I stayed like that. Oh, great block. And a second, Doran scores. 2-1, and now Whitehill Welfare may get back into this. Hopefully not. God, that was awful. This level of football is terrible. I go from this one and then I'll go back and play the Inter-7. It's just... I like the fact that if you watch the highlights are so much better in the bigger games. Come on, lads. Oh my God, get your acts together. Make defensive changes, which, you know, better players. And then we start performing worse. Great from pace there. Henderson, Reynard, Lawrence, in for you. Oh, you overrun it. Forward. Brannan, Rudd, Lawrence, Reynard, Henderson. Oh, what a goal. 3-1. That should seal it. That should seal it. We get our first up. Well, let's not speak too soon, but we should have our first victory here. That's what I wanted. That's what we needed. Not bad play either. And that's... Well, keeper's absolutely made an absolute kerfuffle of that one, hasn't he? But I don't care, because 3-1, 4-4-2, old school. This is what we wanted. This is what we wanted. I feel like the only problem is, in the first season, I don't feel like you want to get promoted from this league, because the league above, the Championship, has got some really good teams in it. Teams like Hamilton and Morton, and they will absolutely steamroll us. And there's no way I can produce a squad good enough to go up and do anything, or even stay up, I would be honest. As if Brannan's got a face. Jack Brannan has got a face. I signed him as well, didn't I? I'm sure I did. Yeah, he's on loan. I didn't sign him. He was already here. Ha 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 ha. Yeah. Great knowledge there. That was. Now I feel like you get money for winning. Yes. So there you go. Through victory, 225k. Happy days. So let's look at the financial balance now. See, so surely, right, on that, the board should let me have some more money, but it won't. Can't even ask. It's really irritating me. It's irritating me to look at that. I suppose that'll come if we keep winning, but to look at the balance. But that's the whole point of this. The whole there's supposed to be tons more money pumped into Scotland and Scottish football. Now, you may think that's an unfair advantage, but all the teams get it, and all the teams get it in the league above. It's basically to restructure it. Yes, there's money in there, but you don't. The clubs right now are so minor, are so poor that without that injection, it would be the league structure wouldn't work. So I like this idea, but there's still, you know what I mean. We're still not a known club, really. There's still no notoriety about us, so it's interesting like that, I think. But that's frustrating. But this again, there he is, Connor Ingram. What's he doing there? I mean, this kid's gonna be a superstar for us, and they've put him there. That's really frustrating. Is there any in the under 18s? No. It's just a lot of greyed out players. I'm grateful for like an intake's going to be nice. I know it's going to be a terrible one because our youth facilities are absolutely crap. But it'd be nice not to have greyed out players there. But look, guys, there is actually now not a single greyed out player. We have a squad. You know, I've built from the foundations of Scotland a squad, and hopefully we could just add a few more players. It's just ridiculous. Ricky Thompson, right, scored in that last game, first goal. He's 14. The kid is 14. I mean, he's awful, but he's 14. It's ridiculous. Like, the average age of this squad is ridiculous. There's only one player above 21, and that's Reynard, and it's just and Dale Connor, the goalkeeper. It's just really strange having such a young squad, but this is what we're building. It's been a slow build, but I feel like we're starting to get somewhere when I can, you know, I load up the squad screen and there's actually there's a list of players there that are real, you know, that are players that we own. So that does make me feel really good. And the fact that we've got two great right backs apparently in Eddie Fullwood and Ricky Thompson is great. Defensively, I don't feel too bad now. But, I mean, there's still definite work that needs to be done in defence. I don't feel too bad. But don't get me wrong, the squad is still lacking massively in so many areas. But at least we're starting to pick up, you know, a little bit of talent, if you could say that. Anyway, guys, thanks a lot for watching this episode. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you're enjoying the journey we go on. I hope you can give me a thumbs up for our first win in League One with Gretna. Hopefully, we can continue that form leading into the next episode. Hope you're all well. I will catch you in the next one. See you later, guys.